friend Daniel invited me to go see Nate Currin tonight in concert. I met Nate, and I'm good friends with Daniel, and I was like, hey, is it cool if I bring my camera along, like a pro camera? They're like, yeah, that's cool. We're cool with it. All right, down here in St. Pete. Show starts in about 15 minutes. I'm using the kit lens today. Let's see how that works out. And challenge myself with just the kit lens. Put the GoPro on top. And it's a pretty small venue. The challenge is going to be, it's very limited and light. You work here? Well, sometimes.
Well, I met a girl in the Mississippi, hair like a raven and voice like rain. Was heading out to California, heading west on the midnight train. Well, I was getting out of Georgia to the coast to find the sea. No more heat or endless summers, no more sweet magnolia trees. I passed her up in Louisiana, pack of Luckies and a southern smile. Ballroom dress so white as cotton, draw as deep as a country mile. So bring her back to me, so I can say her name. I'll take her way down south on that midnight train. We went west Oklahoma with my 6-string on my back. Sing of the girl from Louisiana, sing of the day that I'd go back. All the way across the desert, sing the song about days of old. And of the girl from the river delta, of the girl who saved my soul. So bring her back to me, so I can say her name. I'll take her way down south on that midnight train. Mississippi, hair like a raven and voice like rain. Stumble through this valley, he overtakes my stride.
So Nate's halfway through, taking a quick break, and trying not to ruin the atmosphere with the shutter going off. Definitely liking the range I get, 18 to 135 range. I definitely like it. Drinking a couple beers, getting some good shots. Search FroKnowsPhoto. He definitely approves of this setup. I mean, it's a kit lens. It's a little limited, but you gotta work with what you got sometimes, and challenge accepted.
So it disengaged my passion, own weakness he cursed. He screamed in my responses with damnable rage and thirst. But I will overcome, not with my own hands, but by this King I see. And I will overcome, not with war-torn sword, but by scarred hands and feet. Wounded with an arrow.
All right, guys. So low light was definitely the challenge with this setup in this venue. I had to max out the ISO over like 12,000 with 12,800, something like that. And they came out grainy, and it gave it a nice stylistic feel to it. But I don't like the super grainy ones. They're not really usable, in my opinion. Overall, I took 236 photos, and I'm only using about 17 or so of those. I'm also very selective in my culling process. Like I love the fast shutter speed. It's not super quick on the Canon 80D, but it's faster than the 5D Mark II that I have. I can rattle off shots, but the culling process is not my favorite part of the photography process. Let's just put it that way. Another issue that I found with the Canon 80D was the shutter sound. It's not super loud. It's actually pretty decently quiet. But when I'm trying to capture the emotion in a really quiet instance, I felt like I almost like ruined the atmosphere. It might have just been me, like because the camera's so close to me, to my ear, that I could have been self-conscious about it. But if you're like in a really quiet room, you're gonna hear that thing go off, and it might piss a couple people off. But you gotta do what you gotta do to get the shot, right? Another thing that I mentioned earlier in the video was that FroKnowsPhoto has a video on his YouTube channel about a 5-minute portrait with the Canon 80D and the kit lens, the 18-135, and he did a 5-minute portrait shoot, and I'll link that in the description in my video. You can check that out and maybe do your own challenge. Might inspire some creativity. It definitely inspired some creativity in this video. I'm not gonna lie about that. The kit lens, it definitely has a decent range to it. I used to have a Canon T3i a couple years ago. Before I got the 5D Mark II, then I switched to, I didn't switch, I adopted the Fuji system. But the T3i, the kit lens that it came with, I got the Costco bundle. It came with the 18-55 and a 55 to like 120 or 200, 55 to 200. And it's a decent range, but you had to carry those two lenses if you wanted that range. The 18-135 definitely covers a decent amount of that range all in one lens, and props to Canon for actually providing that. Having a wider open lens never hurts anybody, but you work with what you got sometimes. That was also part of this challenge. Alright, so sound. Sound was the biggest challenge that I ran into for this vlog. So I used the waterproof case on my GoPro, and my original thought process was, well, it'll be loud enough in that venue with me right up next to the speakers to use that and actually not clip the sounds. But there was so much dynamic range where it was loud sometimes, and then you got real quiet sometimes, and those parts are not usable at all. Nate was gracious enough to let me use his music for this video, and big thanks goes out to Nate Currin for letting me do that. And frankly, it'd be a little weird if I didn't use his music in a vlog. about shooting his concert.
With my own hands,
Overall,
but
I think it went very
by
well.
this king
I shared the
I
pictures with Nate Currin, and he really enjoyed them. And
I
it's like,
will
use the pictures however you want. I don't care.
overcome.
It's part of the
Not
process,
with
right?
mortar and sword, but
I had a lot
by
of fun doing this
scarred
challenge,
hands
and I hope you
and
enjoyed watching it
feet.
as well. Until next time.